And it's a Monday. It sure is. And it has been a busy one for me. How has it been for you? Been a very busy Monday. There's been a lot going on. I've been going pretty much since I woke up, which was at about 2:30 this afternoon, with a phone call, and then it was Facebook messages, and then it was more Facebook messages, and then it was emails, and then it was uh, scampering out to grab a food because there's a local kind of hole in the wall roadhousey sort of place, and they have burgers. And on Monday they have burger special. So my neighbors and they came and kidnapped me. Bug nap. I got bug napped, and they brought me to the bar, and we had a drink, or we had burgers. I didn't have a drink. I had Dr. Pepper. My mother is calling me right now. Hi, Mom. I just went live. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry. You were going to discontinue BritBox, and it looks like it's still on.
Okay.
So I just thought I'd mention that to you.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yep, thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay. Yeah, so I had a Dr. Pepper Zero. I didn't have a beverage. Um, and then I came back here and I texted with some people, and then I ran some stuff out to the garage, and I brought in the bird feeders so that random wildlife don't take down the bird feeders and destroy them. And then I came back inside and I made a phone call, and then I made another phone call, and I got people booked, and then I showed up in Reese's live and I was in the chat, and then I answered questions, and then I got on Facebook and I answered more questions, and then I did some things and some stuff, and now I'm here. Hi. It's been a day. Hello, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Good to see you from North Georgia. Morning, Susan P. Good to see you. Hello, Hef. Bringing them in. Yep. More peoples. Hello, Marla Dillard. Not yet. I haven't heard from her. She said she was going to text me, and that didn't happen. Yep, Mom's okay. No, not Redbox. BritBox. Hello, A Dose of Rose. Good to see you. Yeah, no, I was supposed to. They had signed up for a BritBox free trial. And the problem is that all the TV stuff goes to my account, and so they didn't cancel the free trial. So I'm pretty sure that's what I got billed for a couple days ago. And yeah, so BritBox. Looks like I got charged for that. So I'll have to make sure that cancels, because basically I can't afford it. And it is the free trial trap. Faux show, Red. Absolutely. And hi, good to see you. Yeah, the free trial trap is and they fall for it all the time. And that is why they do the free trials. Absolutely, Barb. Yeah, I just can't afford it. You know, if I could, I would make sure that they had every streaming platform in the world so they could watch whatever they wanted. But I can't afford it. And sometimes my stepdad will just buy random movies on Amazon and not realize that it's not coming out of his account, it's coming out of mine. Because I set up everything for them. Because I'm tech support and I'm the one who handles all the things. So, yeah. So that's the thing. That's what's going on. And they still have access to BritBox. So, pretty sure that that's what got charged to my account the other day. And now I know. She was talking with me for a bit. I'll remind her annoyingly until she does. Okay, sounds good. I try not to sound too irritated when I say no thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, most of the time, all I have to do is click no thanks, do not want. But yeah, that's where they are. And they're the ones who watch the TV. I don't watch the TV. I'm up here in the office either working or uh, watching YouTube and knitting. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to watch TV. And if I wanted to do so, I would have to do it during the day when they're both upstairs because we're in a split level and all the bedrooms and the TV room are downstairs. I don't have a TV in my room. I could take my computer downstairs if I wanted to, but that isn't really good sleep hygiene. So I try not to. The only screen that I have in front of me at night when I'm trying to wind down before bed is a Kindle so I can read things. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. But we have, as of tonight at midnight, 11 cabins booked into the Xenu Marlene cruise. 11 cabins. Just in time for Marilyn to show up with the fine, upstanding tatas that she brings. Marilyn and her Grand Tetons. 11 cabins booked, and there's probably going to be number 12 booked before I go to bed. So after this live, I'm going to have a conversation with another person, and we're going to get her booked in as well. And that's going to be rad because that'll be an even 12. Nice little dozen. And they're getting booked in before the onslaught that's going to happen when Reese books. Because that's going to be insanity. And I just know it. But in the meantime, the other thing that I have to kind of brag about a little bit is that as of today, I have cracked 300 subscribers. I'm at 305. I'm going to blame Mitch for that. Dirty Stay Up, Mitch Brisker. I'm going to blame him for that because that video has gotten a lot of freaking views. 355 already since friggin' last night. It's crazy. So I updated the description box for that video and pointed people toward his channel and his website and told them how to buy his book and stuff like that. So yeah, I did that thing. That's kind of exciting. And I'm waiting to hear back from somebody who said that they wanted to go live with me tonight, but I haven't heard anything yet. They said that they were going to keep me posted as to whether or not they want to go and want to come on and chat with y'all. So, oh, okay. And I guess all I had to do was say the word. All things technical have gone wrong. Can you shoot a link to me? Yep, I sure can. Yep. Email. Well, you know what? I can text it to her. Let me just do this. And we make copy. Copied item already in clipboard. Okay. So then I can go in here into my texty messages and go like that. Nice. So now she's got, and now you guys, it's been given away that the person is a female. But yeah, so we're gonna have, hey, peace be the journey. How you doing? Good to see you. Nice to have you in here. Fantastic. Yeah, we're gonna have a guest tonight. Mystery guest. I know, right, Kimberly? It's gonna be fantastic. We have a guest tonight and we have a prom to plan. Because Reese never went to her prom. Neither did Barbara, Tampa Bee Man. Neither did I. I had to drop out senior year because I got really sick. I just earned my high school diploma last summer. So we're going to have to, people were talking about a prom and Reese said, yes, let's do it. And I said, all right, fine, let's do it. And I see that there is somebody backstage. Just give me a thumbs up when you know that you're ready to go and you've got the right angle and how you want it and everything else, and we'll bring you live. But right now, yeah, we Kimberly Gavaldon did not go to prom. Oh, Hef was too cool for prom. Fair enough. You're probably too cool for everything still. Marilyn, I ran away from home to get to go to prom. There's that rebel spirit. Neither did I go to prom. A prom would be fun. So yeah, now we can... no, I want one. Okay, you want a prom? Okay, well, we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I need to present to you our special guest for this evening, our mystery guest for this evening. It's kind of exciting. And she and I have only ever spoken by text or email, really, except in the occasional chat. But I would like all of us to rock it out with Kim.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All things technical have just messed up. The one phone that I thought I could see the chat in, for some reason it's restricted. Like there's a child restriction where at night I can't get into YouTube. So I don't know how I did that because it's my phone.
You child locked yourself out of your phone.
On YouTube only.
Okay.
So I get to experience this without seeing chat, which is wonderful for me.
It's a lot less distracting.
Yes. I wanted to have an opportunity to meet our community and to introduce myself so that you can kind of have a face and a voice to... I've been around a little while and it's time.
Yeah.
At 6:10 this morning, I will officially be 59 years old. And I have decided I am done with all the things that have been taken away from my life, from the Mormon church and multiple other things. I'm only 4 years into now reconstructing. It's been 4 years of a lot between COVID and learning your whole life was fake. So now here I am going, my 60th birthday, I want to be a millionaire. Let's see who's on board. Let's make it all happen. I've got skills and dreams and goals and commercial property with no building on it. And the only thing I lack is I'm in this on my own. Every single thing I've done this far, I've done me, myself, and I. Oh, it's so hard to reach out and say, help me. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And
Asking for help is really hard.
oh yeah, it is. When you think you know better and you think you know enough, oh, figure I can just put a slab in a temporary building. Oh no, the city says I have to pay for an architect. And it's like, no, are you crazy? I want to do something simple. But nothing's impossible with me, and I make magic happen. So it's going to be fun. And all the things that I'm doing, it's kind of like I'm doing everything I feel that was taken away from me, but I like want to do it all now.
Sure.
So I have a 40-year plan. So
Ooh,
any of it can happen at any time.
I like that.
I am excited about everything I keep learning. Um, a lot of times in the chat, I'll say, I'm terrible at communication. And everybody that knows me is like, no, you're really good at it. And it's like, no, I don't understand the words people are saying because for me, they have different meanings. And
Sure.
Marilyn has said that a lot about how there's times when it's hard. You think you get it and you don't. It's like laughing at a joke and 20 years later you understood it.
Yeah.
That's kind of every day right now. Lots of jokes
Sure.
are making sense.
Well, if all of the jokes are making sense now, then, well, I guess that just means that you're going to be laughing a lot more these days. And I'm just putting up
Oh,
there are so many birthday wishes for you in here tonight, Kim.
I, I, I'm just one of these rare people that I am great with money. I've had amazing jobs. I've Delta Dental of Colorado for 8 years. I've worked in high finance. I've done big things, but always for something or someone else.
Yep.
I can't even price. You all see my wonderful things. I make tons of stuff all the time, and I don't even know how to price them. I
Right.
probably have $5,000 or $6,000 worth of things right now, and I just give them all away. And
Yep.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's a cost. I'm not a charity. I'm not giving charity away, and I don't expect charity given.
Yeah. Damn
But
right.
I don't have anybody as cricket knows up in my little neck of the woods. They don't even know what a Mormon or a Scientologist is up here. Not even a concept. You
Nope.
would have to explain the word.
Yeah.
And it's kind of easy but hard to heal because you don't have any real community. There's 70 Jehovah Witness, there's 10 Mormons, and half of them are my family. Uh, it's not culty stuff is different here.
Yeah.
It's so different, and I am so grateful for finding these communities. Um, I was part of the Goldie stuff. I was one of them that had reached out. All I wanted to do is share my Mormon story, and I found Andrew Gold. And I had lots of conversations back and forth through email, and he told me what equipment I needed. So I've been working for like 9 months just to get a stupid microphone so that I could have my chance to share my story with him. And then I found Apostate Alex. And then that was how the Goldie stuff kind of happened for me, which was very, very small because I'm very not trusting. So I got the weird emails that I didn't know why I was getting them, and reached out just to Marilyn and copied and said, you don't know me, I don't know you, but this happened, and just in the chat, let me know. And she wasn't doing a lot with her channel the way she is now. So it
Mm-hmm.
was really neat to have that just little thing of going, hey, and she didn't do anything or reach out. And my little feelers were kind of feeling things for a while because I don't understand how some of that works. And sometimes all you got to do is reach out a little more, which I did.
Mhm.
Had a conversation and then nothing. But then all of everything else started changing within the community. The board stuff, the all this. Every time I've tried to start my channel, guess what? Then Doug died. Okay. Every single day, every time. I can give you 9 different times I've tried to start my channel in 9 months and tell you why it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was never a part of me really being afraid to do. It's just the timing of it all seemed to be, ew, I'm not ready to get into the what's going on. I
Sure.
and I sat back and I've learned and I've watched so much. My communities are the XJW communities. I'm very known in the chats there, the XLDS. I mean, there's about 6 different little communities that I explore for communication and styles to learn what emerging identity do I want to hold and have. Because
Right.
now, first time I get to create me, and I'm 59. I can just say I'm Gen X and I can do what I want.
Damn right.
Oh, that's kind of scary too. What do I want?
Yeah. That's a tough one to nail down.
I want to crochet and smoke pot. And through what I've been doing, you know, that's pretty much what I do. Um, what do you do when you accomplished your goal that you had as a high schooler? And I never
Right.
did drugs then. Now it's time for community. Now it's time for me to kind of give back a little more.
Sure.
Uh, through all of this, what I'm starting with my Facebook on is I have a program called Face It, and it's how many times have anybody been told face it, uh, he's not into you, face it, it's over, and you're looking at them going, yeah, duh, I've been facing it, and what now?
Yeah.
I had this X PowerPoint presentation I had to do. And originally I came up with it, and it's focus, aware, communicate, engage. And then there's the first space, integrity, time, second space, not one, not two, 3 exclamation points, because life is joyful. And I've got books and workbooks and I'm ready to figure out the technology of an online either program or email program, stuff that's been in the works for 6 years.
Mhm.
And now I did seminars for a while. I did different seminars and was looking into public speaking. I never knew YouTube did this. I thought it was only do it yourself videos. I swear I had no idea this even existed
Yep.
at all. And now here I am talking and looking and seeing people and becoming a part of a world when this other big world out here is a little too scary. I don't know if that
Yep.
makes sense. It's like
Oh, it does.
this world can be more dangerous. There's a lot more people in it, but it seems more manageable.
And it's safer because when you're done, you can just walk away.
It's a little bit Fahrenheit 451 for me, but it's okay. I'm getting used to it. I, I'm a writer who quit writing. I am a musician who doesn't play anymore. I'm one of those people that just can do anything and everything. Took this house down to its studs and rebuilt, and I just love life, and I want to share all these things I've learned that the church gave me. Food storage, how to do more with less and have fun at it.
Yep.
But when you're doing it, as Cricket knows, when you start out and you're doing things all on your own, you you don't even have someone to bounce ideas off of. You start kind of losing your brain cells and kind of going wonky. And that was when I actually got in touch with Cricket and started just occasionally texting or sending a pic during the live to say, how do I learn to make a friend in any level? This, what's it called, parasocial, or how do you even start at this point in life when I wasn't like Doug and it didn't make sense in a day? It took 3 years
Yeah.
to go, I'm good now. I mean, getting there. And
Yep.
I've been gifted something from this community. I was there the entire night for that first chatathon and sat up the entire night and had so many different things in my personal life to where I couldn't engage. Um, Claire, and being a witness for the Danny Masterson, taught me how to be a witness for the trial and things I was going through, and helped me kind of know how to back off on social media and
Sure.
say, oh, I can say this is going on, but that's it.
Right.
I can't even begin to tell you in the past 9 months since I started actually joining the chat. This is an amazing community. It is something it's not that you're safe here, because you're not ever really safe anywhere, but you can be welcome.
Yes.
You got to use some critical thinking, and it can be a real telenova if you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn that these first few months, man, boy, I wasn't prepared. And I'm not alone. There's a
No.
lot of people that are second gen of any type of high demand religion that are learning like me.
Yep.
I'm jealous of Surge and some of all these younger ones, because it's like, oh man, you got all this you can do. And then I
Yeah.
remembered Laura Ingalls Wilder didn't write her first book till she was 60. I'm right on target.
Yep. Exactly. Now, the big question I have for you, Kim, because I know that you've been here, you've watched my streams before.
Yep.
Do you have something in with which you can indulge?
As far as,
We have a big old Xenu Marlene coming,
oh,
and it's
yay.
got birthday cake at the end of it because it's for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And I'm getting over the pub. Oh, I would never even smoke a cigarette on my front stoop, and everything would be like in private. Even now, I didn't like anybody knowing anything. It's like, oh, got to still be that like good little Mormon girl. And
Yep.
then the Frozen movie taught me to let it go.
Nice. Well, Xenu Marlene to you, my dear.
Absolutely. The biggest thing I see in your channel is you have taken the opportunities to not necessarily be a Switzerland, but to be your own outlet of the way you are experiencing life in this moment. You were
Yes.
a mod. A lot of us are mods in here. This is kind of like we said, it's the Denny's, it's the man. We need that. You got to decompress from some of the stuff you've seen in these rooms.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and I was getting ready to just jump all in. Oh, I dodged so many bullets, you guys have no idea. Thank you for just being there. All these different channels that popped up as they did, miraculous. Now seeing Marilyn's husband doing something else for him.
It's
It's not
something
about,
totally different.
yeah, it's not about clout chasing. It's not this, because believe me, I can sit and tell you more than, and I did mention this to Marilyn when I talked to her. I said, I don't want it to sound stalky or creepy, but I can tell every single one of you a lot of stuff you might not want to know about each other, because I was trained to proselyte. I was trained to profile. I was trained to wait for my moment to preach or share my message or invite you to something.
Right.
And so the Xena Marlene atmosphere has allowed me to shut a lot of that off and have fun again and
Good.
not have to be that person. So many of you know, because it's like we got to sell our souls. We're selling a product. I could sell ice cubes to the Eskimos, and then I discovered, no, I can sell ice cubes to people in Hibbing at the roundabout in January, February, because they're mine and they want to buy them.
Yep.
There's nothing, and so I'm putting everything into me. Everything I do from this moment on is to get off of, to be no longer on disability, to be secure in this new world. It's not too new, but I tell you what, sometimes this ungodly world makes you want to go back to the cult. Just saying. It's a predictable little world, and maybe I could convince myself it's okay, but yeah,
At
no,
least
we
that
won't
was
go.
the devil you know, right?
What all of you are doing here, even with the protesting and the auditors and the advocating, different high demand religions are doing their things in different ways.
Yep.
Scientology is one of the most public about how they are vocalizing their disapproval of the organization. It's not that way with some of the others. And so I'm excited by seeing that. I live in a community of about 25,000 people, and that's about how many people are in Scientology worldwide. So it gives me a real good feeling on what you're up against. And
It
it's a
gives you that
lot.
perspective.
It's a lot that you're up against. It's small numbers, but that's a lot of personalities and a lot of power behind one idea.
Yep.
What do you think is going to happen when Miscavige dies? They don't. What happens to organizations without that structure? It's not like JW and Mormons. They've got a succession plan. Could this be the moment that it all falls apart? When that happens?
Some other little Napoleon is probably gonna go in and try to grab some power, and I don't know who it's gonna be.
But is that the time where all these other things can come into play to remove the tax exempt? Is that where something else can strike to make when they're at their most vulnerable?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think a lot about those things only because I really see what's happening with Scientology as something that can happen. And I like to hope that there's bigger changes that can happen for the others, but maybe it's because it was mine. I just don't see any hope in it.
But I mean, what a time to be alive. Because I mean, if you had asked me 7 years ago if anything was going to bring down Scientology, I would have said that I had no idea if there was any movement, anything that would have done it. But seeing them cower and resort to such stupid things as a way to defend themselves or to try to make themselves look better, it's just not working. And the other thing too is that there are um so many things going on right now with LDS and lawsuits and discovery, and all of that information is coming out now, and
Sound of
it doesn't
Freedom,
look
Tim
nice for
Ballard.
them. Yeah, yeah.
And what's
So,
interesting for me is learning about it. Words like feminism would make
mhm,
my skin crawl.
sure,
Capitalism, feminism are words that I'm still trying to get my head around.
sure,
It's not, and on part of it, sometimes I feel I'm old enough. I just don't care to learn. I but I want to understand. I don't want to be
sure.
that. I don't want to be a hermit anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm ready. And the person I used to be is still there, but now I'm more critical thinking and less hopeful.
Sure.
But I don't have, what is it, the nihilism? I didn't go that far. I didn't go as
Okay.
far as that there's
You didn't dip into cynicism.
no, my biggest reality, I've had a reality disorder my whole life. I've watched my life like it's a movie. Nothing's been real.
Mhm.
And that's been the disassociation with living something that I always knew, I guess. There was something wouldn't ever let me go to it
Right.
world.
And you're not the only person I've spoken to who's suffered with that. But I think when you grow up in a high demand religion, a high control group, any kind of coercive control environment, you're going to wind up with that kind of disassociation or something very similar.
The worst part is through all of the mental health that I've been through and the, I wouldn't say misdiagnosis, I'd been diagnosed bipolar. None of the meds ever worked. I ended up a zombie most of the time. Went off all meds for a long time. Now we have found out that, yeah, in the 90s, a 30-year-old, you're not going to get diagnosed with ADHD as a female adult at that point in time. But I'm most
Right.
likely somewhere on the spectrum and have ADHD. So now I'm on the right kind of med. It's different. I was treated for insomnia for 10 years and I'm a natural short cycle sleeper. You know, the
Yep.
I had body image, a disorder where, because I couldn't ever really see myself. Even now, I don't really know what I look like because when I look in a mirror, it's not the same thing that looks back.
Sure. Sure. It's dysmorphia.
Yes. When I was 303 pounds, I saw the cheerleader. When I'm 130, I see the huge person. Right. So we had to learn a weight, which is where I am pretty much now, to where it's like even keel. It's
Right.
not, but I don't. I was almost legally blind. I had multiple LASIK surgeries after my gastric bypass surgery. So you kind of have major changes, which aren't always real good to have quick changes. Your brain don't like to catch up.
And if you're having them all at the same time, that's a little bit of a challenge.
And all of them would kind of coincide during my periods of inactivity. So there was lots of fun things to feel guilty about.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever without a sacrifice or a loss to me.
Sure.
And now look at what is being accomplished, not just my life. For me, watching the aftermath on Netflix, I had binge watched Grey's Anatomy. I didn't even find it till 2014, and binged watched it for 3.5 years. That was the only show I watched over and over and over. No ADHD there, right? No spectrum.
Right. Oh, no, not at
Not
all.
at all. And then I decided I'd watch this aftermath thing. It just sounded cool. Entranced with it. Season 3, episode 11 was with the JWs, and that was what changed my life. And then through it all, binge watching that, and then discovering podcasts, and would
Yeah.
listen to Leah and Mike and different people, finding John DeLynn and finding just, I've got about 25 people I could like name drop that I adore.
Yep.
They're like on my list of like angels, even if I think they're just raunchy and bad. Because I have about 3 of them that are like just, they're not guilty pleasures. I totally enjoy. A couple of them, they're like guys I knew in high school, and I just totally dig on it. And I feel
Nice.
no shame for enjoying any of it. And
Good.
that's what's new, is to be able to just, which I'd said that when commenting a couple of nights ago, how I was called a troll in the chat. And I thought it was so funny. Me? I'm a troll? Cool.
You're not a troll. Not in my chat.
Well, no, but I could be if I wanted to. I could be really ornery, but that's normally when I get mad. and
Right.
and that's when I go, I'm in listen and learn mode, and you all know I'm just staying away. But what better atmosphere? There's not many places that you can find where this is something real. There's not all these agendas. There are bigger channels where this is their livelihood or their method of activism. There's ones
Sure.
more, I think, like, I don't know, me and you and several others, where it's more of our way to heal and make it through
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And
what I like about it is that it's so organic. You know, we're all here, we're hanging out. It's not polished, it's not
mm-mm,
shiny, it ain't pretty, but it doesn't necessarily have to be either. The one thing that it is authentic.
mm-hmm.
It is real, and I I can't hang with inauthenticity. I just can't. When people are putting on a facade, I become disinterested.
Well, like with this cruise, it's like, oh my goodness, it's like, this is just something neat. And for
It
anybody to
is.
give any flack over something fun, it's like, oh my goodness, you need to just
Yeah.
go.
Oh, but
And
there has been some flack
but I am this
in
wonderful.
just about every chat room that I'm in. Somebody's got something to say about it.
Now I'm a little too Pollyanna, Molly Mormon, happy optimist to go, oh, you don't like it? Why? Oh, I would try and find a reason, help them. And
Yeah.
I've
Oh, well,
learned
the thing is they do tell me why.
now, that's what I mean. Now I'm learning you don't need to help anybody. I don't need to help anybody. Everybody's,
Yeah,
someone's going to have a problem with something.
that's a fact.
This was on
That's a
a
fact.
cruise was on my bucket list, and I took it off because I just thought, yeah. And I didn't add it back on because I just decided I don't need to be that. I just get to do it because I want to. And
Sure.
it's kind of new to be brave.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm one of the most resilient people on earth. And it's that, I can't remember who's live it, who I was watching, but it's not about resilience. It's about the fact you didn't know you needed to be anything else. If you had known the true atrocity you were going through, you most likely wouldn't feel this way about it. You would have a feeling about it.
Sure.
And a lot of us, I don't know if we ever get there. And that's what I think this activism for them is. That rage, that feeling, I don't even let myself feel it. And I watch them go managing it, not just feeling it, but
Yeah.
and being
Controlling it.
silly and fun at the same time in their downtimes. You ask
Yeah.
the same thing with your channel and what you're doing. You've got talking points. You don't necessarily have this big script or agenda, but you have a plan in mind,
Sometimes.
even if it's just you're doing something for you.
Sometimes my only plan is I gotta come on and at some point remind these people to take their night meds.
That's your role. I've never had night meds until a month ago, so it has been a godsend.
Excellent. All right. Ms. Marla Dillard has a question. She wants to know what brought you out of your cult.
What brought me out?
Yeah.
Um,
How did you deconstruct? What broke your shelf?
the JW episode where I had JW friends 2 houses down. I was allowed to play with them in their front yard, and I would always not go to the school parties and stuff and sit in the library with them. And I never understood why I was allowed to do that. But if I tried to be friends with anyone else, I'd be in the bishop's office because they'd rat me out for trying to be friends with someone. So that episode kind of answered that question why I was allowed. And then, wow, um, the iPhone was the second thing. All through therapy, like I said, I've talked about a lot of things in therapy. My therapist's iPhone started giving her these former ex-Mormon TikTokers popping up. And it was corresponding with things I had been talking about. And that's how she made the connection that I have a batshit crazy family and indoctrination. I'm pretty stable other than that. All the problems we thought I have, indoctrination really covers most of them.
Sure.
So that was what it was. It was just realizing that
So
what
it was
I've
a
been
JW's
allowed.
episode of The Aftermath, and it was the algorithm.
Yep.
Now, my question is, for the people that you watch on YouTube or TikTok or anything else, do you watch Jordan and McKay?
Oh, yeah. Jordan and McKay were later ones. The first ones were actually ones that came from the aftermath.
Okay,
And Andrew Gold was one of the first YouTube podcaster things that I found. Once again, algorithms, different things
sure,
that interest me were popping up that Andrew was covering. And I have an infinity for across the pond. I
sure.
adore my friends and family and different things. And so I get a lot that pops up that other people might not. So, and him and Apostate Alex, Nemo the Mormon, different things were popping up. Um, Jordan and McKay were after. Ex Molest was the first.
Okay,
She was the first. And then I found, and that once again, those were TikToks popping up on Facebook because I didn't know the difference.
right.
Everything I watched on Facebook, I didn't know was YouTube. I
Okay.
So I watched videos and things all the time, but it was just on Facebook. So no concept of the other.
The other platforms, gotcha.
And when I discovered them, yeah, it's like, whoa, little
I
bit
love
too
the shit
much.
out of Jordan and McKay. They make me laugh so much.
Well, Jordan and McKay, I also I adore Nuance Ho, Cara Burrell. Um, a lot of my former Mormon channels, that's where I really dive into my shelf and I dive into all of those things. JW kind of holds my heart from childhood and an
Okay,
understanding from
sure.
that. And Scientology became my playground. Scientology became my place to have fun where I didn't have to, oh my God, I can't, Jordan and they would be saying something and I'd be going, oh, I can't believe. Or why am I not through that yet? Or
You
um,
know, one of some of my favorite stuff with Jordan and McKay, I mean, I love their informational stuff, and I love when they're giving us their take on things that are happening in the
yep,
news in the Mormon world, but I love Apostates Off Topic because they get stupid silly with Apostates Off Topic.
yep.
Right now, they're playing The Sims with a polygamy
I
mod
know. I watch
installed.
it all the time. I'm waiting for the babies. I think Yeah, it's been fun. I've watched when they created them on the first one. It's fun. I love it.
They showed us the first Babby.
Oh, I
First
missed it.
Babby has been born.
I missed it.
It's so exciting.
I'm just hoping the one girl's not showering in the rain anymore. That was hilarious.
Seriously. And why is what's her toes sleeping on the bench on the front porch? Nothing makes sense in that world.
No, but I get it because nothing makes sense in my world.
That's
So,
true.
and that's where Jordan and some of the things they do, it's combining things I wouldn't think of combining. Like you're with the cruise and different things I would never think of putting together.
Sure.
And then the recent thing that happened is I've always I've always known different things about my dad joined the church. Long story short of it is my father was searching. And during his search, he would ask different pastors and organizations. I'm a little pygmy in Africa. I do my little pygmy life. I do my stuff and I die. What happens to me? And that was his magic question to say, and he, when he was 1920 in Las Vegas, he was exposed to Scientology. I don't know the extent of it. All we know is it was the lieutenant. My dad was in the Air Force and he was stationed there. We do not know anything else. But when Kellycopters things popped up after years because of algorithms, those TRs were games I played. It was so freaky weird, all the stuff. Um, I have a 1 minute video on Facebook where I'm staring and not blinking for a full minute. And it was used as a timer for an event. And then listening to all Kelly and Doug, it's like, oh my gosh. Oh, I know where this creepy stuff came from. But for me, I mean, it was even like the bull baiting things. I mean, it was games played as a 2-year old, a 3-year old. I mean, it was that squirrel Scientology they all talk about. But my dad never did anything more. My mom got pregnant. Then they got divorced. I was 2.5 when he met my stepmother and joined the Mormon church. So I'm from a convert. And there's a lot of things I knew but didn't know. And a couple months ago, um, figured out why I don't fit in the Mormon church. Because, my grandmother was the youngest of 21 children with 2 mothers. And, I have a polygamous family that isn't far in the past. I always knew we had pioneer heritage, but I never realized that meant polygamy. And so this was something recent, which led me more into the growing up in polygamy channel and me understanding my fascination with sister wives and all kinds of other things in my life. Because I was raised with more a fundamentalist point of view within the Mormon church.
Sure.
Year supply food storage for everyone, making things by hand, all of the stuff not everybody did.
Right.
So it's that unique mix of so many things. And then my parents were divorced. So one family I went back and forth. I lived with one family and spent weekends. The next year, I'd live with the other family. So I'd switch schools within Denver Metro every year. So it was just a crazy little world.
Jen is pretty much losing her mind up in here. Pup Groomer 20. She
Uh-huh.
says, "Holy shit, Kim, we have more ties than I thought."
Oh
And
no.
then now all in caps, "We need to talk, Kim."
Call me. It's
So,
just,
yeah.
yeah. It's just when you've got that different, my mom would send presents and they had more money that, two different families, different, everything different.
Yeah.
So my precious little childhood brain there was never any hope for me to be anything other than what I was under the circumstances. Like what these other ones talk about with the hotel experiences and all this stuff.
Yep.
You don't know there's anything wrong. It's just how you live. It's normal not to have friends. It's normal. And
Right.
so,
Purple Groovy
oh,
asks, Kim, do you have any children?
yes, I have one child, and she actually, um, is, this is part of the reason my channel didn't get started. My my daughter was kept away from her youngest son for about 7 years. I got a text from the mother-in-law saying that there's been problems for several years. We immediately drove out there. 15 minutes after well visit check, my now former son-in-law disappeared in Denver, Colorado. We had to get a private investigator. All of this was going on while I was sending emails to various different content people trying to say, hey, I got stuff going on. I could kind of use some help, but don't want to tell you. Call me. Like I said, my little feelers were quite hurt for some time, but I didn't push it. So it kind of goes a lot of ways. I was a total stranger thinking something should happen when I'm a total stranger.
Right.
Anyways, she has two kids. The one is 16, one is or 15, one is 11. We went out there. We finally got him served. We then had to go through the divorce. Um, the other grandma, avoided service after starting all of this. That was what I was a witness for, was this case. End result is my daughter is divorced, has parenting time. He has to send the child here. We've had visitations and stuff. The good part is he was court ordered to twice a month therapy that he has not done since August. So there will be more to
Of
come
course.
in all of this. It's a huge mess. Huge. That kept me from doing, as you can see why. There was
Hmm?
knowing it, the little bit of me that you're seeing now. Could I kept my mouth shut? Oh no, 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 no.
Life gets in the way.
I had to watch Claire and watch all these other people. And that's the other YouTube thing I get to dive into real quick. Joe Dispesso, Maya, Pup Groomer, all these other channels that I adore and love that have nothing to do with anything, but I met through the chats. I met through
Yep.
Scientology.
Yep.
And and I support so many artists, and I help promote and buy books and do everything. So for all those little naysayers out there with our little community, come talk to me, because I can tell you good, bad, and ugly and send you on your way. Just saying.
Speaking of artists and Maya, she has a question. How long have you been out, Kim?
2020. So just coming on 4 years.
Oh, wow. Well, shit. Congratulations, lady.
Yeah. So, and I'm one of those ones that was excommunicated and worked my way back and was baptized and oh yeah, my story as it, like I said, I didn't want to start a channel. I didn't want to be sitting here I just wanted to go talk to Andrew Gold or go talk to Kara, do my little thing, and then go back to my chat.
Well, I mean, you could talk to Shalise Ansola.
I needed the microphone.
Really?
Yeah. A different content creators, they want you to have, normally there's 3 certain criteria at least, and a microphone and good internet. And at the time I did not have good internet, and I live in Hibbing, Minnesota, where if it's cloudy, it doesn't matter if you have internet.
Yeah,
But
I've been up there.
the microphone and I had no way to do it. And so $27,000 we didn't have. You think, we're, everything I'm going to start doing is just, I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to share, and I'm going to have fun.
Sure. Well,
Why
Maya
not?
says, holy shit, you're a newborn.
I sent the text to her yesterday going, I have a birthday present for myself. This is how I want to start. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I never have.
Neither
I,
do
s-
I.
I spend the month of January planning, and then I have my birthday. I write up my plan for the next year, the 31st, and Feb 1 is my new year, and I put it into action.
Nice.
And so I get all the specials, save a lot of money because then I know what I want to work on. And it's a good time of year to get all that. Life's just too wonderful. It
Yeah.
just is. It's simple. I overthink the things that are outside of
I
the world.
overthink everything.
Me one on one, me like this with something, no problem. The thought of being outside again terrifies me. And and that's not my core. That's still the result of the shelf breaking, I feel. That's
Yes.
still just I can't trust myself.
After being
We,
coddled for so long and cosseted and contained for so long, of course. That makes sense.
you, you, I don't know.
But
You just,
speaking of other people that I'm super proud are stepping out of their
ooh,
comfort zones,
ooh.
Tampa B Man is in the chat.
Oh,
Miss
yay. I love
Barbara,
seeing her.
we love her. And she did pop in. She said hello to everybody. Now, here's what I'm going to do
Okay.
is I'm going to let you take over for a minute and step out of the room. The floor, my dear, is yours.
Well, remember, I cannot see the chat.
That's fine. You know what? Just
So,
talk amongst yourselves. I don't need to leave Ella here to babysit because I think you've got it on lock, and I'll be right back, okay?
okay. It is amazing what can happen when you just take a moment and you take a breath. Every breath is another chance, another choice. Kim D. High. Original quote created by me. The one thing I can tell you when you ever feel out of sorts or overwhelmed or overjoyed, just take that breath. It's all. Breathing will refocus you, recenter you. We have to keep breathing. There's a lot of things you can do without. Oxygen's just not one of them. So you take that breath. Nice little trick. If you're really overwhelmed in a conversation, it's escalating, you just go like this. You just put your hand here and you just go. For one, they're going to think you're sick or something is happening to you, but it gives you that moment. Take that breath, refocus. You can diffuse almost any situation. Very softly, gentle little tip. There you go. That's my wonderful birthday tip for you. Take that breath. Even before you're going to type something really snarky, take the breath. You might choose to do it anyway. Snarky can be good. Very grateful for the people I've met through all of this. And there's so much more that's going to happen for all of us. This is a new day, a new world. We've got this. We're not alone.
Okay, this is funny. Maya says, "Oh, I'm just like that. Works great one-on-one. More people makes me pull away." Hopefully, Kim isn't as scary as Ella when she gets mad.
Oh, I
Have
don't
you met Ella?
remember. Yes, they have met Ella.
You have met Ella.
I have met
Okay.
Ella.
So hopefully you're not as scary as Ella when you get mad.
I've been told I'm very scary when I'm agitated. I don't
Mm,
even have to be angry. I guess agitation is enough for me to be scared. but I don't. That's the one emotion I can tell you. I will make it disappear as quickly as I possibly can. I do not like even the experience of feeling it.
Okay. Miss Sunrise Dawn says, "You're amazing, Kim. I've loved listening to you."
You know,
And Purple Groovy wants to know if you were a sister wife.
no, nope. I wasn't. We weren't a polygamous family. We were the new generation that weren't doing that, I guess. And
Okay.
that was my stepmother's family, but they raised, and I am like others. I'm very respectful because the majority of that family is active. I have, 5 brothers and 1 sister, in that family, and my sister isn't active, but the rest are. And I've come to the determination that there are some people that it would be more damaging if they were to not have that. And so, and others damaging only because they wouldn't be able to exert the control they have. So,
Sure.
and they would take damage in other ways. They would be damaging in other ways without this.
Of course.
So there's a certain type of containment
Mm-hmm.
that I just, and so yeah, I'm being a little brave. Being the Like I said, I'm a person who wouldn't even. I'd get in my car and drive. I wouldn't smoke in front of my dad's house. So even saying these things like this is heartbreaking because no child. I mean, I did for me. I believed. I was a true believer. I'm a po-me. I'm physically out and mentally in, and so I learned how to pray unceasingly. Every thought is a prayer to God. I learned how to master praying continually.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to not when and then what do you do with all this?
Yeah. Yeah. Heifer says, "I smoked for 30 years, but the first time in front of my dad was 2 years ago."
Wow. No, but I can smoke in front of my kid.
Right?
Don't know what's up with that. But she's also the one who taught me about when I've been sober from alcohol for 12 years. In April will be 12 years. Um, and my drinking was a lot of self-medicating. Like I said, during my inactive times, those guilty things would get you.
Sure.
Oh, my brain died.
Oops.
Anyways, I quit drinking, and they took my they took my Xanax away. They had been prescribing me the whole time they knew I was drinking, but when I was 6 months sober, they said, "We can't give it to you because you've got an addiction problem." And so I've had trying to deal with life changes and different things when you have understanding any of that. It's mind-boggling for me, and things like that would just send me. And my daughter, it was about 4 or 5 months after that, she said, "Mom, you need to smoke pot. I know you just don't. I know it's bad. I know you don't believe in it. I know it's against it. You need to smoke. you you are just one. You need it, Mom." And so I did. I
For her.
started. And now, I mean, I have a cottage food license, and I know someday I'll be able to make my own edibles and sell them. So there is hope.
Yep.
You
Absolutely.
put all these good, I don't know, fundamental homemade skills to work.
Right?
My plan is
Seriously, why let
making
them go to waste?
mini loaves, because there's a lot of
Okay.
people that are single or small families, or they just want one thing. And that's what I want to provide for my area. I don't want to provide big things. And then for fundraisers, what I'll be doing is you give me $20 and we buy $20 of ingredients. You help me market, you help me sell, and you get all the rewards. I just claim the $20. And
Okay.
so I think that'll just be an awesome way. The good thing about Minnesota is I can mail my dog treats. That's the only item you can mail. Everything else has to be hand delivered. So I have a whole
Right.
new avenue, and I've got mango and carrot and homemade peanut butter and all kinds of cool things. But like I said, I'm just one person learning YouTube, learning all of it. Like I said in the beginning, I want to do it all. I want a book. I want it all.
Yep. Marie is going to bed. She says good night.
Oh,
Wish Kim a happy birthday.
good night.
Let's see here. We've got Marla Dillard congratulating you on the 12 years.
All of us have something amazing to share.
Of course. Jen says, I feel you, Kim. I struggle with that too. I've personally not been LDS, but family background, I have personal
Mhm.
experience with other groups.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't have to be a religion. I mean, I was a high demand hopper. I was in the military, and I was a military spouse. There are government jobs. There are, working in finance. There's
Sure.
different things where you put yourself into those categories.
Beth says, good night, all. Happy birthday, Kim.
Sleep well.
And yes, sleep sweet, honey. And Miss Sunrise Dawn says, you sell homemade dog treats?
Just starting to, yes. Got the first batch getting ready to go.
I think you've found your
Mhm.
market.
I know it's going to be fun. And that's the thing. People they'll see them being made. I mean, I've got cotton candy I can do. I've got a machine. I got so much fun stuff. Making dragon's beard candy. I mean, there's just, you name it. I mean, I call them one hit wonders. Wows. I know one hit wonder is not WOW, but to me, that's what it says in my brain.
Fair enough.
So I call them wows, one hit wonders. I love making something once, but I have an 8-ounce stomach. I don't eat the things. I have full dentures. I don't live the life for the things I make. So
Sure.
getting back into the world means I get to have that fun of making and giving, because I haven't done that in the last 4 years because I've tucked myself away.
Sure.
And so now it's like, those shoes that someone posted on Coffee Cults and Crafts, man, I'm so going to crochet those shoes. I got to find out what size they wear. And I just love doing that because it's just fun. It's not about the money.
Right.
And that's what the cult did to me. It's not about the money, and it should be. That thought's got to get there somehow. But I'm kind of old, so I'm not sure if I can make that transition.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Well, we got 125 scrunchies in the last 2.5 days, so
I mean,
that's
that's what
my
the fuck I'm talking
deposit.
about, Kim.
That's my
Come on.
deposit. I know, and that's being able to help someone else get their deposit in the next month or whatever, or
Sure.
saving to do the whole thing. I'm that person that I'm in. Let's find a way. We'll do it.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so this.
I have something on my business card
Oh, what is
that
it?
it proclaims me, and this is going to be backwards, so unfortunately nobody's going to be able to read it, but it lists me as an escape artist,
Mm-hmm.
and it also lists me as an MIFH specialist. MIFH stands for Make It Fucking Happen.
Awesome.
One of the best things about owning your own business is you can put whatever the fuck you want on your business cards.
True.
And if I can proclaim that instead of just putting myself as a travel advisor, I'm going to call myself an escape artist because I create escapes for people and that I am a specialist in making it fucking happen, I can do
I
that.
had a small little company in the 90s called Labels and More. And I did LDS wedding sealing invitations. Would get my paper from a company and I would print them. I had a Apple IIe, and I would take it out to the flea market and pay 10 extra bucks for the electric outlet and do business cards while you wait. I would design them and
Wow.
print them up. Or you forget your Mother's Day card, here you go. Mother's Day. It's neat to be able to fill a void, to be
Yeah,
able to, you know, I was a part of the Point of Light program in the 90s, basically as it was created. Randy Travis had later wrote a song, but we had a group of people that were helping the soldiers that were in Desert Storm. And my role in it, because all my friends were single, I had a cousin over there, so I had a family member. I could get information and be able to assist the girlfriends and fiancés that weren't ever going to be allowed any information.
sure.
So a lot of them didn't want to wake up their families in the middle of the night, so they would call me from the free phones. So I was privy to hearing and experiencing a lot of things that happened over there. And
Sure.
it was amazing to write the letters and to talk to them and to be that person, that voice. When you didn't want to wake up your mom. And of course, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have certain things. So they'd send me blank checks to buy flowers for their mom or their girlfriend, and they'd surprises and things like that. And to be that kind of person that though anybody seemed to trust and not know, even before the internet, has kind of been my little gift throughout life, to be that person that, I don't know, like I said, I'm a Pollyanna. I can't help it. It's just who I am. I'm happy and I like life and think it's joyful.
Miss Sunrise Dawn says, "Sorry, I was away from the keyboard for a minute. Kim, how much will you be selling your treats for?"
I'm still working that out. Oh my goodness, I can't even sell a scrunchie yet. I'll figure it out. I know I bought $20 worth of product, and I'm gonna see how many batches it makes, and then I'll price it out from that.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. That's my tomorrow.
All right. Well, when you know, let us know.
I will. Oh, and I kind of got a part of the idea from, I think somebody's dog was named Mango, or there were different dogs like 6 months ago, just before Reese started. There were, I don't know if you remember, there was just this huge dog thing throughout all the community.
Oh, I think
Everybody,
it's Scobie's dog. I think
there were like
Scobie has a dog named Mango.
5 different dogs though, and that's when I got the idea going, I could do dog treats. And
Yeah.
so, and then I thought, ooh, I could name them after all of them. I'm like, oh no, don't do that. That's too niche,
Yeah. Yeah. Jen says, "My shop name is Wagon Tails Grooming. My
Oh,
original logo was a vintage style wagon with dog butts and wagging tails."
oh,
That's
that's,
funny. She's a
oh
clever
yeah,
one.
I am that person. Yeah, let me know on Facebook or whatever. I fully share, support, promote all kinds of people. I'll even create my own advertisements and throw them out there.
And this
So
is a true thing because she's been sharing stuff from my business page, y'all. She hopped on there and
want
is
to
one
get
of the
away?
only people that shares stuff from my business page to hers. So I appreciate it.
which leads me to something really weird that happened 2 months ago. Well, 6 weeks ago. I get this thing from Facebook. I thought it was a scam, and it's not. I was invited to become a digital creator, and I'm 520 more people, and I'm monetized on Facebook. And I've got I can earn up right now. I can earn up to $30,000 a month, and they just invited me because of, I guess I share a lot. I don't know,
I guess you do.
and so that I've been playing the past 6 weeks, and now with the new year starting,
You're getting into it.
I got 28,000 pictures. I got movie trailers I've already made. I got so much stuff to put together, and just have, like I said, I went to college for 2 years, just this past couple of years ago, and took classes in anything that scared me. And I was in the culinary art program and was bullied. And all three of us non-traditional, we have to get the dean involved. There's all kinds of stuff. And I transferred out to the liberal arts degree. But yeah, I just took great pleasure in the fact they had to feed me every day. So yeah.
Nice.
But
Purple
that's
Groovy wants to know when the last time was that you took a vacation.
I don't vacay. I live. Um, I've been pretty homebound. As a matter of fact, I don't even use my car. My dog. I'm just starting to rejoin. Um, a few years ago, I did 10,000 miles in 32 days and documented the whole thing by car. So I only stayed in hotel 2 nights.
Okay.
I had my bike, did bike trails. I take my camera, my video, and different things, and there's people that they're elderly or they have cancer or whatnot, and I go to out of the way places along the way, and if I have internet, I will bring them in live, or I will do my own videos so that they can experience things they might not, and they chip in for gas, and so I don't vacay the way anybody else does. I live, and this is why the tater tot thing is still in my plan, to go to Denver with the top
Yes,
of the
I was saying
tater and
because we were
stuff.
threatening Denver Steve-O with a
Yes.
supply run.
And that is still in my plan. And I've got 2 little stops along the way for a couple little videos. And
Yep.
uh, the things you wouldn't think of, when Denver was having these huge fires, so it's 14 years ago, I went into 3 homes with my portable scanner and digital camera and documented their home, gave them the CD, deleted everything off my computer so that, they had an opportunity. They had 48 hours. They didn't know if they'd have to leave. Yeah, it helped those people. Might not
Mm-hmm.
be it's not anything, nothing I ever want to do is what I want to do a business at, but I can do almost anything.
Right.
So vacay is pick a person. I go to the crash site in Clear Lake, Iowa, where Ricky Valance and the Big Bopper went down. I walk
Mm-hmm.
out to the crash site and I put a quarter on the different monuments out there. They have a new one that they did for the pilot 8 years ago. And
Good.
I pick a person that I want to see in real life. And I that I just make every opportunity to do that, and then go out and put another quarter and pick another person. And um, I have family in the movie Philomena is dear to me because it's my cousin in over there, and it's the things that this wonderful little woman in Ireland endured, and what the church put her through, and what she recovered from, and the she's in her 90s and she's just beautiful, and experiencing the Academy Awards and all the Oscars and all of that stuff from behind the scenes from this wonderful, simple, amazing woman. And to know that it's a part of my family and a part of it's just kind of a part of me to live vicariously through someone who I've no real connection with. It's just,
Yeah.
and so someday I do. I want to go to Ireland. My maiden name is Liberton. Liberton, Scott is just south of Edinburgh, and it's a pasture. But I want to go take my picture on the in the pasture.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
I just think there's so many things we can experience if we open ourselves up to it. But this is how we start. We communicate, we ask questions.
Yep.
Try not to be too snarky. We have a lot of snarkiness. You've heard me say that several times. This little group, yeah, lots of snarky.
Oh, and I take a
Uh,
lot of responsibility for a hefty dose of
uh,
snark.
I love it. I'm learning. It's kind of cool. I'm used to private snarky, not so much public snarky.
Oh yeah, no, I'm one of those people where if you don't have anything nice to say, come sit next to me. I was expressing my horror at Comic Cons
Mm-hmm.
because I no, it's just way too peoply and gross for me. And I was when I was out with friends for dinner tonight and we were talking about it and they didn't know anything about a Comic Con and I'm like, it's a cool place where anybody who's a nerd can get together and fly their freak flag and be happy about it and proud of it and indulge in their fandoms and everything's cool. But not for nothing, I walk around at armpit height. I've
You
been to
dress
comic
up?
conventions and I have been to porn conventions. And I walk around at armpit height. That's just where I am. I can't tell you which one smelled worse.
But do you
And they're
dress up?
like, not for nothing. We're going to buy tickets to this Comic Con and bring you with us just so that we can listen to you read the crowd. And I was like, I mean, okay.
Well, you were needed. Go pick them out.
Yeah. Speaking of
This,
needed, this is your night meds reminder. I mentioned it earlier. This is the official reminder. Night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology.
no, this is just thank you, for having me. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I can sit and talk to myself. I can sit and just talk forever. I can sing songs, karaoke. Oh, yeah, you name it. I'll break out my flute. I've got a piano here. We've got an electric saxophone, tenor sax. We got all kinds of fun stuff. Tambourine,
Sure.
whatever. Then I could break out crocheting. Who knows? But being able to have the realization that there is no right time. There is no right time. There's
Yep.
always going to be someone else's something that can delay or stop you. Always.
Yep.
And don't feel jealous of what other people are doing. Join in.
I might be envious, but I don't get jealous. And there's a
One,
difference between those two words.
I have felt really good because I was all set and I had a talking points. I was getting ready to record so that I could just upload. And oh yeah, oh thank you, Marilyn. You just did an entire episode on the whole thing I did. And I just laughed. I'm like, great minds think alike, I guess.
Right. But you know what? Our voices are always so different and
Oh
our
yeah, oh yeah.
perspectives are so different that no matter what Marilyn has to say about it, bless her precious little heart,
It was
what you have
hilarious.
to say about it is going to be different.
It was just oh my goodness, this is so weird. But it's when you've been fed an agenda or fed the things you're supposed to say or think or do, alternate things, it's a little challenging.
Yeah,
You got to have some critical thinking. You cannot take everything at face value. You do have to look at some of it as an entertainment value.
for
Can't
sure.
always look at everything as this is real life. Some things are just fun.
Yep.
And but there's also real issues that are going on. And I think a lot of what you do, and you help break a little bit of it up.
I hope so.
Well, I just know for all the people that are mods, I know I just love it. I love having a place where I don't have to feel like I'm on demand or watch. I don't have to watch.
You don't
There,
have to be on duty.
no.
What few trolls that I do get, I'm perfectly able to kick them my own self. I did
Oh,
last night when we had Mitch in, and,
or,
you know,
or the
I don't want
one
anybody
time
to
I'm
feel
like,
like
you
they
need
have
to
to do a
stop.
job when they're here.
It was so funny. The one time you need to just stop it. And someone goes, "Oh, Kim told you what to do." It's like, no, I'm done with you. You are
Yep,
interrupting my fun. But then
yep,
I learned how I can hide them too. I didn't, all these things you don't know.
until you don't know them.
It's like, oh, you mean I can just make them go away on my own and not see them? Oh, thank you.
Jen says we did the same thing too. We both did an episode on granny squares at the same time.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's awesome
Maya
though.
says when my ADHD brain suddenly makes me want to do something I don't know anything about, I tell myself, how hard can it be?
No, I don't
Yep.
know. Make it the one thing I can tell you, and everybody chats about coffee. 9 times out of 10, I can drink my coffee with no problem. But then there is the one time when I am completely overwhelmed with the fact that I'm not going to live with God because of drinking this coffee. It will keep me from getting a temple recommend. It will keep me from God. And the
Yeah, but you know what? You're not
realization,
married, so you don't even have somebody to pull you through the veil anyway.
oh, I was sealed to a man who molested my daughter. So yeah, I'm sealed to a pedophile, which is a
You're
joyful
still
feeling.
sealed to him?
I'm still a member of record. I haven't removed it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's all kinds of fun things. Yeah. I stayed married because of my patriarchal blessing.
Fuck.
Yeah. Lots of things I've learned. Lots of, like I said, there's so many things where I cannot look back and feel bad. I do. I'm smart, but yet I believed. I believed with my whole heart. And I will not fault myself for that. I was 2.5. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was 8 years old, because you get baptized when you're 8,
Mhm.
I was all excited, getting ready for waiting for my bishop's interview, and it didn't happen. And then February came, and my parents didn't tell me. My primary teacher told me that I can't get baptized until I'm 9 because I wasn't born under the covenant. I have to have missionary lessons. So my whole Mormon experience was one disappointment after another, no matter what I did. It never could live up to anything. But I tried. I did. And I can hold to I did.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
what cost? At what cost?
Yeah.
My daughter got pregnant, and I basically forced her to get married like a good little person does. And so her getting divorced and all of this past year was very cathartic for me. He
I
actually
bet it
joined
was.
he actually joined the church
Of course.
when
I bet it felt really good for her too, though, to know that mom was behind her.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, this was we're dealing with someone with real mental illness and is not doing anything, and it's heartbreaking. And
Yeah.
I can now talk about it because wants to come after me, come after me. you're in Denver and you aren't going to therapy, and I'm not the one court ordered. How many people wanted their ex to be court ordered to therapy? My daughter got that.
Seriously. Yeah, he's in Denver, you're in when I literally uh-oh,
You
we
felt
might
it.
have been dropped.
Yep.
Um, every time I text my friend who lives up there and I have to type the name of the town, I type it with like 5 HIBBI BBI 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 BBING. That's the way I type it every time.
A million of them.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's just how Hibbing sounds to me. It just sounds like Hibbing.
Being up here is part of the. I moved up here when I was 14
Okay.
from Santa Fe. And it was getting
Huh?
away. Oh, yeah, going from Denver and Santa Fe to Nashwauk.
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
people,
Oh my
all
god.
white.
All white. People talk about the Great White North. They don't even know until they've
No,
been here.
no, it is. It is very, very white. It is very different. Um,
Oh yeah.
and
Different.
the church was in Rapids, so it's over a half hour away. I was the only Mormon in my whole town. And yeah, I did seminary through a correspondence course. I started going to the Lutheran church because the cute boys were there. Gotta go where the cute boys are.
Right.
And it had been 6 months after I had moved there. Oops, one sec. My phone is dying. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I had to move over, and then the cord wasn't working. There
Well,
we
do
go.
you want to Okay.
Oh, it's
I
all
was
better.
going to say
I
we
just
can we can shut things down if you want to.
absolutely we can.
We've been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah. What brought me up here? I'll finish that real quick. Is I'd been here 6 months, and my mom had an aneurysm, and it shunted on its own. She didn't have to have surgery. She
Okay.
was in Duluth, and then yeah, she could walk, talk, work, drive. Zero personal memory. Never regained it.
Oh wow.
So here I hadn't lived with her in 4 years, and had only been there 6 months, and my mother had no idea who any of us were.
Wow.
Um, and that was in my mind, and based on what that was my punishment for not remaining active at church and for going to the Lutheran church. So I've lived with that in forever.
Yeah.
It's something that that's not true. It's not true. But this place here, the people here are warm and they're welcoming, and it's a community. And this is why after 30 years I'm back, because this is the place I felt safe, and this is
Okay.
the place that I can afford to work part-time, and I own my home free and clear. So
Sure.
there's different things that this community gave me and still does. And I wanted to share that little tidbit about why I'm here, because I'm promoting this area and doing everything I can, because I believe in what they still are and have always been. And I'm grateful to be able to be a part of it. We got a liquor license at our movie theater because of me. We can now sell alcohol. Private movies. That's the other thing, guys. We want to do a fundraiser for something. I can rent the theater, play any DVD. Get this, it's a private party. We could do anything. We could do some YouTube thing. We could do anything. Think about it. We can figure something out. Who
You just have to
knows?
get everybody up to hipping to do it.
No, we do it as a YouTube event.
Oh, shit.
There's amazing things you can do.
All right.
So, like I said, I dream
Okay.
big and there's nothing we can't figure out. And so, like I said, it's a private party. You're bringing in your own DVD. Start and stop.
Yep.
Oh, it's just like anybody else can do. Um, I can have lights on. We can have people in here. I can invite. My goal is I want to do Rocky Horror Picture Show. I want to find actors and I want to be able to,
Do
um,
a full shadow cast.
yeah. And so, and I'll be able to. It's a private party. Not showing the movie. I'm showing all the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I can always mute it. There's so many ways. I've been watching. I've been learning.
All right.
So keep me in mind, everybody. I'm going to stay in the wonderful chats. A lot of my stuff in the beginning is videos. Um, I've been having a lot of fun playing around with things as I get a little more comfortable with, showing a little clavicle, just being able to, oh, I know,
For
maybe some
being in the No
shoulder.
Garmy Army.
Oh, yeah, maybe some shoulder, I've been
Harlot.
emerging identity without shame. It's
Yep.
mine. I don't have to feel
Yep.
shame or guilt.
No,
So,
I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with either one of them.
so I'm gonna go ahead and dock you out. I'll let you close on out, and I'm gonna just. It's my birthday, and I'm just having the time of my life. So, thank you guys for being here.
Happy birthday so much. Senor
We're
Chuka, hey. Purple Groovy has sent you many, many emojis. And Kim, I
oh,
must say, you wear many hats, and yes,
oh,
you do,
I do, I absolutely do,
but no
and I love it.
garments.
Mm-mm. No, I'm awake about 20. I maybe sleep 2 to 4 hours a day, non-consecutive, no
Yep,
caffeine, no. I just this is me. I have 5 extra days a month regular people don't have.
you're a badass.
So we have fun with it. Put me to work. I'm ready. Let's make money, people. I'll
Yeah,
take the tax hit, man. That's the whole thing. I've got people that are on disability and they can't make extra money. So I'm sitting here telling them, you know what? I'll take the tax hit. Y'all do some research. We'll pay you cash. We'll figure this out.
yep.
It's all
Let's do the
doable.
thing.
And you and I are close enough. We get to have some fun. That's where you're saying vacation. That's where I'm going to get my vacation. She going to plan me one. We're going to figure out what I
I'm right.
want to do. We just have to figure out first what I want.
That's right.
So, all right, I'm gone. See ya.
All right. Wow, that was amazing. There's so much energy going on with that lady, and I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy. And I am so glad for everybody here who was so welcoming and so wonderful and firing off questions. Y'all are amazing. Here, I thought I was just going to be like, let's talk about prom. And instead, we wound up rocking it out with Kim D. It was incredible. Paul, finally getting relief. The ER helped. Antispasm shots and meds to take home. Okay, good. Good. Making me worry about you. I will do it. She really is full of energy, Paul. She is no joke. Go back when if you feel like rocking some Replay Crew, this lady is no joke. She is no joke, and she has gone through it, and she's still here, and she is filled with energy and joy, and I love to see it. I love to see it. We could bottle it up and sell it. Son, I'll tell you what, she's probably going to bottle it up and sell it. And she's got her cottage license, so she probably can. I think that energy is not, dog treats are not the only thing that this woman is going to be able to bottle up and sell. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That was incredible. Now that Paul is getting some relief, you said you're definitely going to go back and replay it. Yeah, I think you're going to dig it. I'm going to have to change the name of the friggin' stream from Let's Plan a Prom to Let's Rock It Out, because tomorrow is going to have to be Let's Plan a Prom, because we didn't do any prom planning. We rocked it out. We rocked it out with Kim D. And I can never remember if I'm supposed to pronounce her last name Hi or Hey. I should have asked. But I see her in that chat. I see you, girl. I see you, lady. With your clavicles. Scandalous. I love it. I'm here for it. Which prom are we planning? That is the question, Maya. So, Reese said something about not getting to go to prom. I didn't go to prom because I got sick senior year. It's pronounced high. Okay, good. So I had it right before. Yay! See, when you let that self-doubt creep in, people, it just messes you all up. I got sick senior year. I had to drop out. I didn't earn my high school diploma until last summer. But I got that fucker. 32 years past when I shoulda, but I got it. Tampa B-Man didn't get her prom. Paul got no prom. And so somebody, Barb, said we should have prom on the cruise. And y'all know what that means. That means going to Goodwill or whatever thrift store is around and trying on all the tacky ass dresses that we can find. And choosing one to bring on the ship, because there's going to be an elegant night. There's going to be 2 of them on an 8-day sailing, at least 2. And there's going to be, the place is going to be crawling with photographers. So we're going to have prom on the ship. I might have to commandeer a nightclub. I don't know. Congrats on the diploma. Thank you very much. I didn't want to go the GED route. I realized that it's good for people and that I'm not slamming the GED at all. But I put the hyphen back into anal retentive. I wasn't gonna do it if I couldn't get an actual diploma. I wanted that fucking diploma. And I got it. Got it last summer. So now we're going to have cruise prom. Sounds like. Better late than never. Or as my mother always said, better late than pregnant. She actually did. She did say that to me. And then years later denied saying that to me. But she said that to me. When I was much younger woman, she did. And I laughed. My mom is a very silly creature. But yeah, so now we're gonna be planning a cruise prom, I guess. And no under the sea theme. Yes, I agree with you, Paul. I agree with you 1,000,000%. No under the sea theme. But I'm trying out what kind of theme we could have. That wouldn't be bad on a ship and would be apropos for all of us who are there. Because, I mean, when it comes down to it, all of us have been involved in something that's either coercive control, high demand, undue influence. We've all gotten out of something. What kind of thing is gonna work for us? And I mean, personally, what I would love to see is all of us in our crappy, cheesy ass dresses from whatever thrift shop we got them from. Toxic relationships. Yes, Kim. I would like to see all of us taking our turn on the runway with Freedom 90 from George Michael playing in the background. But that's an image that I just got in my head right now. Space opera, SPTV, okay. I much prefer to stay on top of the sea. Well, that's fair. Alice in Wonderland theme for LRH's obsession with it. And you know what, Miss Sunrise Dawn, you are absolutely fucking right. If we do Alice in Wonderland, Tommy will love it. I am almost terrified to find out what kind of formal wear he would bring for an Alice in Wonderland themed prom. Like, I'm gonna... I know I'm gonna feel some kind of way about whatever crazy-ass outfit he decides to put together. It might cause a few nightmares. Butterflies are a sign of new beginnings, so a spring or a summer decor theme, okay. Yesterday we had a hurricane here, and no boats and ships were out on the ocean. When I saw Hurtigruten at port, I thought of you. Aww. Thank you. Free SP prom. Okay. I'd love to do an adult prom somewhere. That's cool. Right? Alice may be a little too touchy. I don't know, maybe. I hope Tommy's health allows him to go. Yeah, I do too. I still haven't gotten an email from him. Can someone word clear? Fucking ass. You're such an ass. I friggin' love you. Oh my God. Oh, you got 50 up there, Kim? I don't think we got 50 down here, but I'm closer to the lake. Prom. Yeah. Yeah, Maya. You're not fucking wrong. All right, I'm gonna write down Alice in Wonderland. God damn it, F. I'm going to be losing it forever now over that. All right, Alice in Wonderland. We're definitely not doing Under the Sea because we like to stay on top of the sea. It's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to be lying in bed and I'm going to start fucking giggling. And I want you to know, Hef, it's going to be your fault. Okay, goldenrod. Goldenrod might need to be one of the colors because you know they always choose prom colors. Although I will say that if Maz doesn't bring at least one Rodney with her, if for no other reason than to use it as a headrest on the plane, I'm going to be really upset. You're making me laugh. When you laugh, it will never end. That is true. I have to remind me to send you a screenshot. There's a screenshot that I have that I was given today. But remind me to send that to you. Not trying to be funny or mean or anything, but Tommy may need reminders about booking or whatever. Hurts my heart to see him struggling so much. That's fair. That's fair. I will talk to Reese and have her remind Tommy to email me or to get in touch with me somehow for the booking for him and for Alan Ballantyne. Because if I drop into his inbox, who the fuck am I? I'm some random asshole that he's seen in his chat a few times. But if Reese says, hey, this is the person that you need to contact, then I think that he'll probably pay attention to that and be like, oh, okay. Because he actually pays attention to her, whereas I'm just another name in the inbox. So yeah. You're getting the mad props for this one, Hev. That was absolutely goddamn brilliant. Top Gun theme be appropriately tied to SP and be fun still, make for funny photos too. That's true. That's true. My only question is, are we going to get the homoerotic beach volleyball scene? Because, I mean, a bitch got to have priorities. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, no, my feel bads aren't hurt at all. Not at all. I just know my place, as it were. I know my spot in the universe, and I know that when it comes to priorities, Reese is much more of a communication priority than I randomly am in showing up in email. So I'm not sweating that at all. No, I'm largely pragmatic when it comes to stuff like that. Brian Lucas, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Apparently, Toussy is a commune in France. Now I'm clear. Yay! Where's my certificate? Good job on word clearing that. Hip, hip. If you're hurraying, I can't hear you. So I guess I'll probably leave that off. That was probably a poor idea. Yeah, you did miss out, poet. So, Brian, when you have a moment, hit that replay. Because our own Miss Rockin' It Out with Kim was on here with me for an hour and a half. And it was almost 2 hours, and it was awesome. Something with a volcano, Marla Dillard says. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm going to be packing an awful lot of crepe paper onto this ship? Fuck. The amount of stuff that I'm going to wind up bringing on the cruise just grows exponentially. Kim was on here spitting wisdom and truth. That is legit. Yeah, she ain't lying. If Aaron goes and y'all do the beach scene, I want a picture, damn it, no shirt. All right, that's fair. Calm down. Calm down. You all right? I'm going to watch the replay too, Brian. I just caught the very end. Yep. Yep, it's her 59th birthday. And her first gift was introducing herself with all of us. And it was pretty freaking rad. It was pretty rad. Need a sash for king and queen? Yeah. Maybe a tiara. Why am I adding to my own luggage? There you go. Hef will take her shirt off for you, Jen. What a night. Jen, don't say that. You know better. I know you know better. Girl, your inbox. I'm just saying. We need a prom theme song. Yeah, that's true. And it can't be We Stand Tall. So I think the homework that I'm going to give everybody, start thinking about what the theme song is going to be for prom on the ship. Delegate? Yeah, you're right, Marla. I should. Oh, Cave Ma'am is here. Hi, Cave Ma'am. Good to see you here on your smoke break. We lay low. Hey la, lay la. Hey lolly, we dodge subpoenas. That's all right, Barbara. That's all right. You just got back. Sorry you missed so much. Homework. Homework is because there was a whole hullabaloo in Reese's chat earlier saying that we should plan a prom for on the cruise. So we're working on that. So the homework is I need everybody to start thinking about it, what the theme song is going to be. We've been, kind of talking about themes and stuff too, but that's what the theme song, we need to figure out a theme song. So Yeah, that's gonna be homework for everybody tonight. Oh, I never got to go to prom. I was homeschooled, and the badass I was dating got kicked out of school right before prom happened. Nice. Well, standards. Good job. Ooh, British prom where you dress and talk in accents. I can do that. I can do that and not even embarrass myself because I have a lifelong case of sympathetic accent. So there's that. Um, but yeah, we're just trying to. Okay, that's possible. Fun hats and clothes. Oh yeah. Well, Reese is all about a fun hat. I swear to God, I don't know how the woman hasn't made it to Kentucky Derby yet because it is all about the hats in that piece. And I feel, oh, my boyfriend didn't want to go to prom. I went with a friend, and him and I went roller skating in my formal. Switched dates and took a different friend to post prom. Nice. Wizard casual attire, and please no wages above $1. I didn't go to mine, but went to the one when I was a sophomore. I hung out with seniors when I was a soph. Imagine that. Yeah, I know, right? They do if you pack them in hat boxing. Tell me Reese doesn't have a hat box. Or 12. I hated high school, didn't have prom, wouldn't have gone anyways. I unfortunately never got the chance to be a real teenager. I'm really sorry to hear about that, Brian. That sucks. I hated high school too. I didn't have a prom because I dropped out senior year because I got sick. And nobody would have asked me to prom. So I would have gone solo if I had bothered to show up at all. I had just gotten married, so prom was beneath me. All right. Ended the next morning driving my mom's Datsun 200 SX in the dump. Nice. That sounds like fun. Yeah, and I agree. I agree with Caveman. That's why it's important to make up for it as an adult. We can do things now as adults that we couldn't do when we were kids. If I manage to come up with the money for the cruise, I don't know that I'll be able to get any formal dress. I'll just be enjoying the alcohol package while y'all prom it out. Girl, Goodwill. Go to Goodwill. Pick out one of the tackiest fucking dresses you can find. As long as it fits your ass, bring it on the ship. Uglier the better. Hot box, easy. Can make one out of quart milk cartons. See, there you go. Okay, back to the old dirt farm. See y'all later. All right. Bye, caveman. Love you back. I grew up in Houston, so we went to Galveston after prom. Okay. And that's true too. You don't have to dress up. I'm not doing the fancy nights. I know a lot of people don't. I don't usually do the fancy nights, but now apparently that we're doing a fucking prom, I'm going to have to bring a dress. How am I going to have prom sex in the backseat of a car when I'm on a boat? In the lifeboat, stupid. Come on, silly goose. Not that you're stupid. You're not. You know better than that. I Should not have said that. That was a dick move on my part. But duh, lifeboats. Hello. The ship is massive. You think you can't find an inappropriate place to get your bang on? Come on now. I expected better. And you can still never talk to him the next day. It works. You can do it. Silly girl. All right, y'all. All 18 of you. I have 2 Calvin Klein dresses I haven't worn and would love to sport one. Well, there you go, girl. There it is. I'm going to sign off. I need to scamper to the restroom, to the tinkle chamber. And then I have to have a WhatsApp call with somebody and book another cabin because there's no rest for the cricket. Not a drop. So I am going to go, and you all have your assignments. Let's meet back here tomorrow. Same bug time, same bug channel. And talk about theme songs because this will be fun. And then I'm probably going to have fevered dreams about decorations and shit that I have to pack onto the boat. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me all tonight. Down there, if you would do all the as Lori Plays says, do all the YouTubey things, please. Like or dislike, subscribe, hit that little bell. The bell is going to be select all, so you know when my random ass goes online. And in the description box, there is a link to my Venmo and my PayPal. The Venmo, Denver Steve-O made me get. The PayPal I've had for a while, and it's linked to my business. So it will say go away should you choose to drop a little something in the tip jar. But yeah, even if you don't feel like dressing up and going formal, you don't have to. That's the best part about a vacation. You do what the hell you want. And thank you so much. Again, we had a good time tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Be safe. Stay warm. Peace to you.